Hey, I'm Phil.
And I'm Chris.
We are two dads who share one simple goal: to be better fathers to our kids.
And that involves more time together with our families. More books, more movies, more board games. And most importantly, more meals together.
And if we're going to spend more meals together, we need to be better cooks.
So this is us trying to figure that out. Welcome to Dad's Kitchen.
Hey everybody, it's Phil. We have got a super special episode on tap for you today. Of course, it is Tuesday, which means we are doing an In the Kitchen episode where we actually make a meal together instead of just talking about it. But this particular episode is a super special one for a couple of reasons. Number one, Chris, my lovely co-host, and his even lovelier wife, Molly, had a baby. Yay! You guys, I'm so excited for Chris and Molly. They had a little baby boy, and he is just about the cutest little button you have ever seen. I won't spoil too much. I would love for Chris to tell you all about it, so stay tuned for that. But for this episode, I thought, in celebration of their baby, hey, why not make a meal for them to enjoy so they don't have to worry about cooking or ordering out. We can just take a meal to them. Well, if you've been kind of following along with everything thus far, you may have noticed that I live out in South Carolina and Chris lives out west in Colorado. But it just so happened that right around the time they had their baby, I was actually out in Colorado for some business and I had my family with me. So I thought, okay, this is Dad's Kitchen. Why don't I have one of my kids make the meal with me in celebration of being a dad? So you guys, I'm super excited because for this recipe, which by the way is a sweet potato quiche, my 4-year-old daughter Libby will be making the meal with me. And oh my gosh, she has just about the cutest little voice you've ever heard. Of course, I'm probably a little biased, but I think you guys will agree this is going to be a super fun little experiment that we're going to do together. And I'm excited that you guys get to do it with us. Now, a couple of things before we get started. If you want to follow along with the recipe, head over to dadskitchenco.com. And there are some show notes for this particular recipe. Would love for you guys to follow along. This recipe called for what's called a blind bake. Now, if you're unfamiliar with a blind bake, it's pretty simple. It basically just means you bake the crust before the actual pie, or in this case, the quiche. So there's some stuff on the show notes on how to do that blind bake, but I thought it would be so much easier to blind bake this recipe so that we can make the kitchen recording that much easier. And one last thing before we get started, if you're a fan of Dad's Kitchen and what we're doing here, please do me a huge favor and give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps us be seen, it helps us stay relevant, and it helps us continue what we're trying to do here at Dad's Kitchen. And I would love for you guys to help us out. So it would be super helpful, and hopefully we can keep this fun little thing rolling. Okay, I think that's all for now. What do you say we make a quiche? Let's go.
Check, 1, 2.
Check, 1, 2.
Nice. All right. You ready to get started?
Yeah.
Do you want to say your name?
Webby.
Libby? And how old are you?
5.
4? Are you going to help me do some cooking today?
Yeah.
Who are we cooking for?
Chris and Molly.
Yeah, and we're cooking for Chris and Molly's new little baby, huh?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oliver.
Oliver. That's right. And we want to make them a meal because they had a new baby. And it's a nice thing to do, huh?
Yeah.
So today you are my little sous chef.
Yeah.
Can you say sous chef?
Sous chef.
Good job. Okay. We're making quiche, sweet potato quiche.
Yeah.
Is it going to be pretty good?
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. So we have done the mise en place method. Can you say mise en place?
Mise en place.
Mise en place. And that means preparing everything ahead of time so that when it's time to start actually making the food, it makes it super easy, right? All right, you excited?
Yeah.
Give me a high five. Okay, so we have already baked our crust
Yeah.
with the blind bake.
Yeah.
So that's ready to go. Right now we need to bake our sweet potato. Now this does not need to go in the oven for too long, only about 15 minutes.
But is it done go in the oven?
Yes, it's gonna go right in the oven. There we go. All right. So we got the oven preheated to 425. The sweet potato and onion mixture just went inside. And that's gonna bake for about 15 minutes. It will continue baking when it's actually put together in the quiche. This is almost like a pre-bake to kind of soften it up a little bit, get the flavors going. So while that's in the oven, Libby, let's crack some eggs.
And we also have some bacon and eggs.
We got that too. We're gonna do 4 eggs. You crack them for me? Yep. Good job. Wow. Here, I'll take that. You want some help with that one?
No.
Okay.
Well, that's okay.
That's okay. 2 down, no shells. Way to go. But if we get shells in there, it's okay, right? Because we'll fish them out?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job. Oh, there's a little shell. That's okay. Do you remember how to get the shell out?
Yeah.
You don't grab it with your fingers or even with a fork, but you take another piece of shell because shell gravitates to shell. There we go, we got it. Nice. All right, just one more.
Because 2 and 2 make 5.
Aw, you've been paying attention to your sissy school, huh? Good job. Let me grab a napkin for you.
Get a napkin and wipe our hand off.
Okay, sweetheart, can you go ahead and whisk those for me? Here you go, poke the yolks.
No.
Go do the other one. That's enough. Just that one. And this one. All right, now mix it all up. Whisk them together. It's soapy.
No, it's
Oh, it's slimy?
no, it's dewy.
Gooey?
Yeah.
Yeah, egg yolk can be a little gooey. Do you like quiche? Good.
Wow.
You're a good sous chef. Okay, now we want to take our parsley, our rosemary, and our salt and pepper, and we want to dump it into the egg mixture.
All by myself.
Nice one. And remember, we had everything already measured out ahead of time with the mise en place method. Good job. That's looking pretty tasty.
I can do this with one hand. That's
Good job, sweetheart. Here, you want to put the eggs away for me?
sure. I mean, nothing you can.
Oh, okay. What are you going to do next?
And put bacon in.
Okay. Well, the bacon's already cooked. We're going to put the bacon in with the sweet potato and onions after they've been in the oven for a bit. We're going to mix them all together.
What are we going to do with this?
This egg mixture, we're just going to set aside.
Okay.
You're a pretty good podcaster. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
You going to make a living out of podcasting one day?
Yeah. Well, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a dolphin feeder, and I can teach them to flip and doctor them.
A dolphin feeder? And you want to teach them how to flip and swim? And did you say you want to talk to them?
No, I wanna and talk and doctor them. And
Oh, you want to be their doctor?
yeah,
Like a dolphin vet?
yeah, and I wanna do it all the time.
That's a good idea. Hey,
All
let's
kinds of often.
let's
dolphins.
check our sweet potatoes.
Yeah,
So they've been in the oven for about 7.5 minutes.
yeah.
We need a good 15 to soften these up, so I'm gonna stir these a little bit. Make sure they all have an even bake time.
Yeah.
Stir them up.
Yes.
Libby, do you remember what it's called when we cook stuff on a pan at home? Sheet pan.
Sheep pan.
Yeah.
And tray.
Yeah, I cook it on a baking sheet, on a tray. Just throw it in the oven. Makes it for a pretty good meal. We do a lot of sheet pans at home, don't we?
You know, every time we bake, I love to.
Me too. I love to eat it all. Okay. So that's in the oven for about another 7 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Right? Looking good so far. Give me a high five.
No,
yeah.
double.
Oh, double high five. Booyah.
Booyah. I can say booyah.
Booyah. Do you remember what you're called?
Sous chef.
My sous chef. That's right. And what was the method that we used when we prepared all the food ahead of time?
Mise en place.
You got it. This is super fun for me.
Yeah.
Do you like bacon?
Yeah.
I love bacon. There's a piece right over there left over that we didn't use. You can eat it if you want while we're waiting.
Okay, this one.
Sure. Take a bite of that. Tell me if it's good. About 3 minutes left on our sweet potato.
Yum.
What's your favorite movie?
Frozen 2.
Frozen 2? You have a Frozen 2 Band-Aid on you right now on your ankle, huh?
No, that's a Frozen 1. Because
Oh, Frozen 1. You know what we're going to do as soon as we're done cooking?
what?
We're going to clean up.
No. 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 I don't want to know.
You don't want to clean up? You just want to make some podcasts and eat the food?
Jack, what's the cheese under?
Well, the cheese is going to go in the quiche.
Oh.
Okay, remember what kind of cheese it's called?
No.
Gruyere.
Gruyere.
That's right. So we learned 3 terms today. Mise en place, sous chef, and we learned Gruyere.
Gruyere.
That's right. And Gruyere is a great cheese that goes with bacon.
Especially when you put it on bacon.
I think our sweet potato is about ready to come out, okay? That's right.
That's after you.
Nice and steamy. Ooh, that looks good. So now we can lower our oven temperature to 350. Okay, we can actually mix our bacon in with the sweet potato and onion now. You want to pour that in for me? Good. Okay. Let's mix this up.
Tie that up.
Now we're going to stir it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, bacon and sweet potato and onion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
With sweet potato, like that. But you want turtles like banana?
Turtles like banana?
No, turtles don't like. But I know turtles like lettuce.
Oh yeah, turtles love lettuce.
Yes. Oh, they also like. What do they also like?
You like going to the South Carolina Aquarium, right?
Yeah.
And seeing all the turtles. They have a cool turtle hospital there, don't they?
Oh, they also have shots there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
They have like 2 shots.
Okay.
And they have all the places also.
All right, Miss Libby. So now we get to assemble the quiche into the pie crust.
Yeah.
So we're going to take about half of this sweet potato mixture with the onion and the bacon and the olive oil.
I did.
And we're going to start dumping it right into the pie. There you go. Good job. Okay, so we're only doing about half the sweet potato mixture because then we're going to top it with cheese and we're going to make a couple of layers.
Yeah.
Okay?
So we're going to do that and then we're
Okay, there's some sweet potato. Now we're going to take about half of the Gruyere cheese.
cheese.
Dump it on there. So we got sweet potato on the bottom of the pie crust, and then we got some Gruyere cheese on top of that. That's probably good. Then we're going to do more sweet potato on top of the cheese.
Yeah.
So we're making layers.
Layers by layers.
Layers by layers. An onion has layers. That's like from the movie Shrek. You've probably never seen that, right?
No.
Okay, there's some more sweet potato. And guess what? Now we get to take the rest of our cheese and dump it on top of that. So we have sweet potato, cheese, sweet potato, cheese. If you are making this quiche right away, you can pour the egg mixture directly on top of everything, bake it at 350 for about 35 to 40 minutes. Let it cool, and you have yourself a quiche. But we're not eating this right away. We're making this for Chris and Molly and their baby, huh? So we're gonna leave our egg mixture in the refrigerator, and we're gonna assemble all this later when it's time to take it over to them and eat dinner. So guess what? That means we're done. We did it. We made a quiche.
And now I'm going to keep for us. What?
Yeah, now we can make a quiche for us. Libby, give me a really big high five. You can do better than that. Hit it hard. Oh, that's a pretty good high five right there. Can you pound it? Good job. I'm so proud of you. Thanks for making the quiche with me. I think Chris and Molly are going to love it.
And I think the baby's going to definitely love it.
Oh, yeah. I think that baby's definitely going to love it.
Hello, Chris.
Hey, Phil. How are you doing?
How was your eggshell?
Very, very crispy and crunchy. Added some nice texture to the quiche. But no, it was the quiche was really good. Hard to beat Gruyere and bacon combo. That's just fantastic. So,
Yeah, I agree. Gruyere and bacon. I don't know who came up with that. Maybe one of our listeners did. And we just want to say thank you. Gruyere and bacon, 2 of the absolute best.
yeah, it's hard to argue with anything in bacon. I know it's a little bit of a cliche, but it's true. It's so good. Anyway,
Yeah.
no, we really appreciate it. And it was great to see you guys as well. I think having a new little human around and kind of the blur that those first few weeks turn into, where days blend into nights that blend into days. It was really great to actually see you guys and have you there in person. Also, not to have to worry about dinner. I know Molly really loves seeing Ashley and feeling a little bit like a normal human for a little while.
Sure.
But no, it was really great to see you guys, and can't wait till we can see you again, virtually or otherwise.
Yeah, if 2020 did anything for us, it taught us that you can have a really great telemeal. And that's kind of one thing that we got to do with each other or with one another this year. We did a lot of telemeals, being something like 2,000 miles away from one another. So this one actually felt really special to be able to actually see you guys in person and bring you the meal. And thanks for actually letting us eat it with you a little bit too. So it was fun, but no one enjoyed it nearly as much as my daughter, Libby. So if anything, Chris, thank you. It gave her this really cool platform to kind of speak her mind and develop her voice a little bit. I think she might have a future in podcasting. And, the other thing is that I have 2 kids, and Libby and I got to do that podcast together. But while we did that, Ashley and my other daughter, Bridget, got to have a little mommy-daughter date at the same time. So it actually worked out for everybody. So yeah, seriously, thank you for having a kid, because it gave us an opportunity to connect as a family in ways that we don't often do.
Yeah, of course, Phil. It's good to know that all it takes for you guys to connect as a family is for us to have a baby. So I'll tell Molly that we need to get working on number 2.
Yeah, when's the next one?
We're still trying to recover from this one. So
if Dad's Kitchen is about real talk, then let me just say, I think you're a really great dad.
Thanks, Phil. Some days I feel like we're just barely getting by, but I think that's pretty common for these infant periods. But yeah, no, it meant a lot to us to have you guys stop by and hang out for a while. And we're definitely looking forward to the next time that we can see you guys in person. So hopefully it's not too far off.
That next time might actually not be too far off in the future. I think we're actually going to be out there next month, just in time for the holidays. And who knows, maybe we can then make a meal together, kind of bring in some fun holiday theme. Ashley makes an absolutely killer pumpkin spice latte, and I don't even care what people say or think. It's delicious. And who knows, maybe we could have another special guest.
Yeah, that could be fun. I'll try not to have anything pumpkin spice between now and then, because then I'll have hit my limit for the season.
Which is how many? One pumpkin spice latte?
Anything.
What about beer? What about New Belgium's Pump Kick?
It has to be the right one. It has to be the right pumpkin beer. I definitely like Elysian's Night Owl. That one's pretty fantastic. And Four Noses has a really good one. So does Great Divide, actually. So maybe I lied.
I'm putting them in the show notes now.
I know it's not really a holiday thing, but for some reason, homemade pasta sounds really good right now.
Ooh, I actually have a friend down here who just made some, and it made me super jelly.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've busted out a pasta maker, but that's always a fun night of time in the kitchen.
Okay, let's make it happen.
Cool. Sounds good. Looking forward to it, Phil. Thanks again.
Yep.
And thank Libby for us.
Oh, you got it, man. Okay. Love you, Chris.
Thanks, Phil. Love you too. Talk to you soon.
Bye.